take a look at this. Today's official high temperature, 100 degrees.
Yeah. So we are talking about 100 degree plus with the temperatures and that heat index.
100 degrees. We haven't had 100 yet this season or since 2020.
I'm feeling hot, it's 100 degrees. Living in life, yeah, sweet. It's getting hot, it's 100 degrees. Got the water major key. We too late, it's 100 degrees. Yeah, 100 degrees. I'm feeling hot, it's 100
All right, y'all.
degrees.
Here we go. Reverend Big John's backyard barbecue and grill, Christmas style. We got the brisket on. We starting late at night this time, y'all. It's about 8 o'clock. We won't finish this thing till tomorrow. What's up, fam? Welcome back to Rev Big John's backyard barbecue and grill. Giving honor to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, none of these things are possible. Look, it's cold out here. Look at that. Can you see that? Man, when you grilling, all weather is grilling weather. It's one of the reasons why I got this this roof over my head now, so I ain't got to worry about like rain and snow and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's like 16 degrees outside. I got the smoke, I got the trigger going on over there, as y'all saw. Doing the brisket, man. It's the first thing. You know, for Christmas and Thanksgiving, I'm always putting it down. So this Christmas, I'm doing brisket. I'm gonna do some oxtails and some short ribs, some crab mac and cheese. What else? Some sweet potatoes. That's enough. Plus, it's cold out here. Oh, I got a rack. I got a pork rack too. Got to get my pork rack in on Christmas, man. Got some good eating right there. So I'm just out here real quick, man. It's gonna be one of them long. Yeah, look, the last brisket I did, full transparency, that thing messed up. I had put it on early in the day, but by 2 o'clock in the morning, it still had not gotten to where where I wanted it to. And the temp was around, 160. I need 210 for it to be done. That's what I like. I like 210, 205, 210. It was around 160, man. It was 2 o'clock. I couldn't stay up no longer. I poured it off, went to bed. I got up the next day, put it in the oven around the same 225, tried to get it back up to temp, finished cooking it out, but it hardened up. The only thing that was rescued was the burn ends. I pulled the cap off and I'd already sliced that up, so I had that part of it. But the rest of the brisket, man, it just wasn't happening. So this time, I put it on at 8 o'clock. And I'm going to let it go through the night. You know, I do my spritzing. I already did my first spritz. Every 2 hours, I do a spritz for the first 4 hours. After that, I just let it cook on its own. I let it do what it has to do. You know, I don't like messing the brisket up. But like I said, you know, if you gonna mess it up when you ain't got nobody coming over. And I had a lot of other stuff too. I had some turkey and stuff like that. What I had? I had turkey, I had a brisket, I had turkey, I had, man, I don't even remember. But anyway, y'all saw that show. Thanksgiving show, this is the Christmas one. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do some bacon. I'm gonna show you whatever I can show you, put it like that. I try to show you everything. Man, I'm freezing out here. It's cold though. I'm just out here for this. I'm just out here so I don't get fined. I'm out here for this set, man. You can see the smoke. You see it coming out, man. You know, the wind's supposed to pick up too later. I got these screens, man, so these screens gonna knock down the wind. Supposed to be some snow, possibly. I don't know, but none of that stuff should affect me other than the cold. I think next year I'll work on getting me a heater out here, so when I'm out here, I can at least be warm in this area right here. So, but yeah, man, I want to wish y'all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all those things. And just wanted to stop in real quick, holler at you. You know, I always want to drop a word with you before I get out of here, though. Just on Sunday, you know, for my Christmas message, you know, I preached, you'll chase her, but you won't chase him. And I talked about what we pursue. You know, we pursue everything in life, and when we want something, we pursue it hard. But yet when it comes to Jesus, we don't pursue. You know, if we find him, we find him. If we don't, we don't. You know, but the same thing you use that drive to get you to to go after that girl that you want. You know, we get cleaned up, put on cologne, and you know, we opening doors and closing doors and smelling good and looking good and smiling, and we do everything to pursue her. You know, because we want her. We want her to be with us. You know, and whether you can reverse that, right? Chasing him down. You know, or you know, you want to be an athlete. You want to be a basketball player, football player, baseball player. Well, if you want to do it, you got to pursue it, you know, and we do it without question, without thinking about it. But as soon as it comes to, you know, Jesus, you know, and Christianity, it's like, you know, I don't want to pursue that, you know. I mean, I want to be saved, and I want to be on my way to heaven, but I don't want to do everything that it requires, you know. And then once I get Jesus, it becomes my own personal Jesus, so therefore, I don't really want to tell nobody else about my salvation. Or I don't want to say, yeah, well, you know, y'all need Jesus, you need to be saved. I don't really want to do all that kind of stuff. But if we pursue him the way we pursue everything else, I promise you life would be a whole lot easier. And it'd be a lot better, too. Your perspective changes and everything. Because when you allow the Holy Spirit to move through you, that's what puts you in the frame of reference of looking out for other people and, you know, putting the same amount of energy you put into everything else, you put into who he is, you know. He created me, you know, the same God that created the heavens and the earth created me. You know, inside my mother's womb, he put me together. So I give him the glory, I give him the honor. You know, these skills that I have as a pit master, they was just in me. I didn't go to no school, I didn't have no training, nothing like that. It was a feeling, it was in there. And plenty of us have those feelings where, you know, we get out there and we try something and all of a sudden we're just good. I don't know why we good. Well, it's a gift. God gave us a gift. So we got to make sure our gifts glorify him. So if you're going to pursue her, pursue him just as hard as you pursue her. And that way you'll be a winner on both sides of the track. Stop pursuing stuff and things with full abandon and then just hoping you might find the Lord. No, we all need Jesus, I promise you. You know, he is the creator and sustainer of this universe. And without him, none of these things that we do are possible, whether you recognize it or not. I do, and I am grateful. That's why this is Rev Big John's Backyard Barbecue and Grill. God bless. Let's finish this cook process. All right, 4 hours into the cook. It's time to put some spritz on it. Got a little can of liquid there just to try to keep moisture in the air while I'm cooking this thing. Beautiful. Now, the brisket is coming along. The burnt ends look great. I'm not quite sure about the flat once again. And I think what it is the temperatures. The Traeger is not holding adequate temperature in this extreme cold. That may be the problem with my flat. Last time it was cold as well. And so if it is like that this time, then the next time I do my brisket, I'll be back on the propane if I'm in any kind of cold weather where my temperatures can be more sustained throughout the smoker. Yeah, I mean, they can be tough in the process, but at slow and low, shouldn't be much of an issue. So the issue has to be the fluctuation of the temperature. Because I put them on last night at 8, and while the cap reached 190, the base has only reached like 140, you know, so that's kind of low for when I'm smoking for that much time. So that's telling me, you know, that there is an issue right there. But anyway, we press on, so we're gonna do this pork rack. And a little salt and pepper, you know, a little steak seasoning. Ain't never hurt nobody, plus it's the end of it, so I like to get everything to the last drop. We're gonna do this one with a blackened profile. So a little Cajun pork rack, a little paprika. Y'all know what time it is. Paprika for color, bark. Because I'm gonna top everything else off on the other side here. So let's get this nice and ready. Man, you can trim these down some more. I choose not to. I ain't in no competition and I enjoy every last bite of it. Good to the bone, man, good to the bone. Anyway, it's been a long night. Been sleeping on my couch. On and off. Listening for my timers, my buzzers. This is a sweet smoky. You know, just add different flavor profiles, but whatever your main coat is, that's the one you hit it with. So everything else is like a light dusting. I got some Old Bay. Why do I have Old Bay? If you've been around long enough with me, you know I'm a Maryland boy. So a lot of things gonna hit the Old Bay. That's just how we roll. Now let's get the blackened season. A little Cajun style, that boy. And at that, we're gonna go ahead and hit. We're gonna be generous. Because that's the top profile that we want. We believe in flavor. Flavor is where it's at. Flavor town, as Guy would say it. When you hanging with the Rev, you going to flavor town. You might not go nowhere else. You going to flavor town. That's all. And that's it, man. We season that up. It's ready to go on the smoker. So let it sit out for about 30 minutes. Get a little closer to room temp. Then move it on to the smoker. And this part is done. We're gonna get to a temp around 145. Pork is done at 165, but with a pork rack at medium is gonna be better than a well done. And you can do it with a pork rack. I can hear people in there, what? Pork, medium? Man, let me just tell you something. I first learned about medium pork when I was in Germany because them pigs is clean over there. I've never had an issue eating my racks at a medium, 145, pulling them off. They might get to about 150, but trust me, it will melt in your mouth like butter too. So, all right, y'all, we're gonna keep this thing rolling. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you've never been here before, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up, let a brother know, as well as drop a comment and try some of this stuff on your own. I know you don't have a smoker and you can't do it just yet, but like I said, there's multiple ways to do different things. We just take something ordinary and we make it extraordinary. They done burnt ends, man. They ready to roll, truthfully. We're gonna let some smoke get on them. There's your pork rack. Still working on this brisket. All right, these burnt ends are ready. And they look delicious. Look at them, y'all. Now we'll just let them rest. right, man. Let's grab this here pork roast. Look at that pork roast ready way before the brisket. Come on here. Come in here, butcher. I'm gonna pull this off and let this puppy rest. Yeah. That's what's up. All right, y'all. So now we about to get in play here. We have allowed our brisket to rest. Now we want to see what we produced. It's been tricky dealing with this cold weather and this Traeger having cold spots and not getting enough of temp. So let's just take a look and see if we finally got the brisket right this time. The last one didn't do right. This one took forever to get the temp. It's got some bend in the front, but I ain't that. Yeah, this thing has been a little bit tricky, but let's come down here to the side and see what we got there. See the juices coming out. Maybe I can get my wife over here to taste something for me. Baby, come over. It's got a nice little bend. I'll let her be my test taster. I said tummy.
It's right.
Is it tender though? This thing is just, it wasn't.
It's tender for me. I don't know whether you have a different perspective.
All right. So we're at the point where we're slicing this puppy up. It has been resting for a while, so probably a little bit of heat on it. But still not quite where I want it to be. But that last one was a complete disaster. This one here is better, but I can do even better than this. I just got to figure out my wintertime cook. I forgot to put my gloves back on. So, pulling apart, no problem. That's all how it's supposed to look. Good juice. Flavor could be stronger. But these are all the things you just figure out. Of course, the fat cap is always going to be the best. I mean, I could eat that all day long. Nothing like some good fat. And generally all you gotta do is put a little heat on it and it'll come right back. The juices and the flexibility. So, there's the brisket. Let's take a look at this pork rack. Brisket, I had to get to an internal temp, 205. This pork rack, 145, which is a nice medium. So let's go down one bone here. Pork is a whole lot simpler to do than beef. Beef, you gotta be precise. You can see the juiciness, good flavor. So, that's it for today. Brisket, pork rack, and tomorrow we're gonna do the mac and cheese, short rib and oxtails, and we will complete the Christmas meal. All right, I'll see y'all then. Where that baby back rib come from? Right there. Right there is where that baby back rib come from. That's what's up. All right. Let me do a little bit of drumming. That's how you set everything up for a nice little picture. A nice little picture of both beef and pork. Turf and turf. This is what's up, y'all. Brisket. Brisket and pork chops. One of the great things about being the cook is that you can steal something. Oh, look at that. That just fell apart right in my hands. There it is. Man. That's right there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. All right, so, one of the greatest things about cooking, of course, is finally getting a chance to dig in and enjoy the creation that you put together, taking something ordinary and making it extraordinary. That brisket. I added some heat to it to kind of loosen that fat back up. The one thing about brisket, once that fat tightens back up, the meat tightens up, so get it in the microwave real quick, you're good to go. Look at this pork chop right here. I say hot too. It come right off, man. That blackened season. Yeah. Dip in a little bit of barbecue. I make my own barbecue sausage too. I just normally do that in the summertime. I haven't done it lately. Barbecue should always enhance. It shouldn't make the meat. If it makes the meat, you're in trouble. The meat should stand alone by itself. That's when you know you got some good barbecue. All right, I gotta go. I gotta finish eating. I'll talk to y'all later.
Take a look at this. Today's official high temperature, 100 degrees.
So we are talking about 100 degree plus with the temperatures and that heat index.
100 degrees. We haven't had 100 yet this season or since 2020.
I'm feeling hot, it's 100 degrees. Living in life, yeah, sweet. It's getting hot, it's 100 degrees. Got the water major key, we too late, it's 100 degrees. Yeah, 100 degrees. I'm feeling hot, it's 100 degrees. Yeah, 100 degrees.